guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna and I am a mom of three sharing my motherhood journey with you. I also give you my opinion on different topics, and today this is another episode of In My Opinion. What In My Opinion is just me sitting here reading different scenarios I saw online and telling you what I think about it. On this segment, I would also love to hear what you think. I just want to know whether people think like me or am I too odd. Anyway guys, let me go straight into it. But please, before I go straight, do not forget to click on that subscribe button, okay? We're trying to grow this baby channel. We're trying to grow and have more moms and parents come up here to just talk about their journey and all that. There's something bothering me. I've been married for 11 plus years without a child, but this 2024, it seems everyone I know is pregnant except me. Lately, once you announce that you're pregnant, my mood would change instantly. To be honest, I am really a nice person, but I'm worried that this is jealousy or envy. Deep down, I'm happy for them, but within myself, I'm so sad. What could be the cause? Okay, first of all, I just want to say that it's normal to feel jealous. Envy, no. Jealousy, it's normal to feel jealous. And I feel like the earlier we start understanding that though jealousy is a negative feeling, it is normal to feel jealous sometimes. I always say it's normal for you to feel a little bit of jealousy. What matters is what you do with that jealousy. If you start feeling this way and I start thinking, oh, why are they pregnant here? I should kill the baby. I should invite her out and put something inside her drink so that she should not get pregnant, or I'll not celebrate with her. I'll not, like, that is when you're like, okay, jealousy is it's in the bad level. But for you, it's normal for you to see people around you have that thing that you're looking so forward having and you cannot get it. It's normal for you to feel that way. I feel that way sometimes, and when I feel that way, I just try to shake it off and try to look at the good part of things. Like, okay, why am I trying to compare with this person? Oh, this person may have a baby but they are not as comfortable as me. This person may have a baby but they don't have a job. This person may have a baby. I just try to look at the good side of things. I just try to concentrate more on my blessings, and that feeling just goes away. The bad part is, for me, it's usually when the feeling starts getting to a, oh my god, how can this person have this thing? Why is this person having this thing? It's supposed to be me. I'm the one who is supposed to be in that position. Like, just the fact that you're even questioning yourself about it, it just means that it's okay. It's okay to feel that way, as long as you're not having any negative thoughts towards them and all that. It's good and fine. When you feel low and you feel bad deep down inside, just try to count your blessings. There are so many things that you have that other people do not have. So yeah, that's what I think about that. Do you guys agree with me? Do you agree that jealousy is a normal feeling that we all have, and it just depends what you do with it? Do you agree? Because some people I've met before have always said no, they don't agree. Yes. Good afternoon. Please, I need the help of moms. My sudden loss of appetite made me realize that I was pregnant. I believe I should be about 5 weeks pregnant now. My first doctor's appointment is not even due till next week. The problem I'm having is I have serious loss of appetite, especially in the mornings. I get so hungry to the point that I find it difficult to walk, but still my loss of appetite seems greater than the hunger. I have tried different fruits and combinations of things, but I cannot eat or like any. Even when I force myself to eat, it's such a big challenge, and sometimes I find myself crying while forcing myself to eat, and then after I've eaten, the food remains in my throat for a long time, like it's hard to digest. I don't know what the problem is. I'm scared of starving my growing baby, although I will discuss during my first appointment, but I need any help or suggestions of foods I can eat, please. This is my first pregnancy. Everybody's pregnancy journey is different. I can kind of relate. But I don't remember which of my children. I think it's with Monique. I really didn't have appetite. And there's this thing about pregnancy and hunger. If you have been pregnant before, come and tell me if you experienced this. When you are hungry, when you're pregnant, you're shaking like this. It's almost like you're about to die. But anyway, I feel like loss of appetite, it's normal. I just had to find what I really liked, and then I stuck with it. I feel like you're having a hard time to find what you like. For the first child, at least, when I discovered I was already like 5 weeks gone, I had to go to the doctor for him to confirm that I was pregnant, and that was the avenue I had to talk about all the problems I had, like, oh, I'm not having appetite, my head is aching. Because, oh my god, that reminds me, one of those symptoms about pregnancy that I hated was the fact that I would have the worst headaches. Oh my God, my head used to ache so much. Because of the headaches, I tend to sleep a lot. Not because I'm feeling sleepy, but because I just do not want to be up and feel those headaches. So I feel like you should look for a way and go and see the doctor. You should look for a way and go and see the doctor. Maybe the doctor is going to know exactly what things they can give you to take. I wish I really could help in this situation, but I really don't have an idea, because when I was reading it, the first thing that was going to come to my mind was just try different things, because my first trimesters, majority, there were so many things that I don't like eating. Generally when I'm pregnant, when I'm supposed to eat, I am supposed to search deep down inside within the deepest part of me to find out exactly what I wanted to eat. Because there were times that I'll sit and I don't know what to eat, and then I just follow my menu for the day I cook, and I cannot eat it because that is not the exact thing I want to eat. So I'm sorry. I feel like you should talk to your doctor for your doctor to give you suggestions, because apparently you have tried everything and it's not working. I don't think it's healthy for you to wait till your first visit and all that. It's always okay. You can always go now. I'm a 9 to 5 mom. My maternity leave will soon be over. I'm looking for the best way to handle work and my new baby. My mother is of the opinion that I bring the child to her when I'm going to the office and pick him up on my way back. But I'm not too comfortable with the idea because her house is accessible. People go in and out at will, and she's always up and about. I'm thinking of putting him in a daycare close to my office. I need advice on how to go about this. Working mothers, how do you do it? Okay, I feel like your worry is valid, seeing that your mother is up and about. At the end of the day, for me, if there's one person on this earth that I know that I can leave my children with and I am comfortable, it's my mother. Even if my mother is busy, I know that her priority will be her grandchildren. Okay, my mother does not play with her grandchildren, but everybody's mother is not the same. So I cannot really talk looking at it from the angle that my mother, because looking at it, for me, I'm not going to be comfortable taking my child to the daycare. I'll prefer my mother to handle the baby. But if I know that I cannot really depend on my mother, the daycare is preferable. But it's my God, working moms, you people try. It's a newborn. For me, I think I'll just try to have a conversation with my mother and explain to her that I don't have any problem with you taking care of the baby, but I would like you to limit people's entry into the house and also limit your movement a bit. If your maternity leave was 3 months, it means the baby should be like 3 months now. So just beg your mother, like, okay, if you can at least just take care of the baby for this next 3 months without being up and down and all that, you'll be very grateful. If it's not something that can happen and you're maybe comfortable, you could get these nannies that come and go. You can go to a nanny agency and get a nanny to stay with your baby, where you know that it's somebody that has been vetted and you can trust. For me, a daycare for a baby, it's just I can't see it because I'm thinking, what if it's a daycare that has like 10 babies and just like 3 caregivers? Would they give the baby enough attention? I don't know. So for me, it's just have a conversation with your mom. The person should have a conversation with their mom and see if the mom can sacrifice to just talk to people, not to come too much to the house. Or maybe the mom can decide to come and live with you for a couple of months, and then after that she can go back to her place. It just depends. Just have a conversation with your mom and see how you can work that out. If it's not an option, maybe you can have the option of hiring a skilled nanny who come to the house and take care of the baby. Because for me, maybe it's the Cameroonian or the African in me, but no, I just feel like daycare for a newborn is not the safest thing. How long gone before one can start antenatal? I went to register in a government hospital and they said not until I'm 4 months gone. No test at all. They only gave me folic acid and ferrosolate. I asked the doctor why that. She said it was the hospital's policy. This is my first and I just want to know what to do. For me, I discovered when I was far gone. I feel like, what am I saying? I said a few minutes ago that I was few weeks. I think I was almost getting to 4 months when I discovered I was pregnant. So that's different. But generally with all my girls, when I got pregnant, when I noticed that I'd lost my period, the first thing I do is take a pregnancy test. If I take a pregnancy test at home and it says positive, I now go to the hospital. I go to the hospital where they do all the tests. They check me, they do all the venereal disease, everything, check me, the baby is fine. Okay, then they tell me now you can go and then you can start coming in your 4th month. You can start coming off your antenatal. I don't know. I feel like you should try another hospital. This person should try another hospital where where they will check to ensure that you're pregnant and everything is fine. Because how can you just be giving folic acid, this one, that one, when you people have not even done the pregnancy test? I feel like there's something wrong with that. That is not okay. My son is 4, turning to 5 by December, but he has never pooped in a potty or toilet. He still poos on his body. He stopped wearing diapers since he was 2 because he refused. Still, he is not potty trained. I have tried all I can and now I'm frustrated and worried. For context, we started potty training him when he was 9 months old, and now his health visitor said I have traumatized him on this fact, being that they advise we start between 18 to 24 months. Cleaning poop all the time from an almost 5-year-old pants, and he sits in the toilet to poo. Okay, what is this? Some people, punctuation. He sits in the toilet to poo, but he will always say the poo won't come out. And to be honest, even if I leave him there for 4 hours, he won't be able to poo. I really need advice from fellow moms. The one thing I noticed under the comments of this particular comment was a lot of moms saying that you should use violence. And I was like, we're truly African mom. But this is sad. When it comes to potty training, that's something that I really didn't stress with when it came to my children. Caden, my mom was telling me 6 months, put him on the potty. But for me, I feel like a 6-month-old really does not know anything. If you want to potty train your kids, for me, I usually advise that from 1 year, when they can at least walk. That's when I fear that you can even start thinking of potty training a child. But people think differently anyway. So that was it. With Caden, by 1 year, I didn't even have to potty train him that much. I just stopped wearing him diapers. He used to go to the potty on his own. Monique was like 1.5 to Myra, the same thing. So I haven't really stressed. The only problem I had with peeing and pooping for my kids was Monique wetting the bed, but she has stopped wetting the bed. It's almost a year now since she last wet the bed, and for that I'm good. So when it comes to this potty training thing, I feel like some moms, they overpressure the baby. Like the health personnel says, they start training the baby, it's supposed to be between 18 to 24 months, because at least then the baby understands good from bad and all that. Putting Monique and Myra on the potties when they were like 9 months old, Monique in particular used to cry so much. So I can understand when the health visitor is saying that it has traumatized the child. So maybe the child just feels like that thing seems to be punishment. Because when you're potty training the kids, I don't know how I used to do it, is sometimes you put the child there. Even if the child is crying, you have to hold the child on it. The child should learn that, okay, this is where you have to use. So I feel like truly the child is kind of traumatized about the whole thing. For me, the first thing I'll tell you to do that can help is to reward the child with praises. Violence is not the case. Beating the child is just adding trauma on top of trauma. For me, I feel that the way to go here is to praise, reward, tell him, if you pee today in the toilet, I will give you, know what he likes. If you pee in the toilet today, I'll give you this. When he tries and he runs to the toilet, and even if he poops on his body before he gets to the toilet, you're like, oh, you did a good job today. Tomorrow I'm going to do this. With this, it encourages the child, like, oh, this thing, it changes that perception that the child already has in their head, like, this is something bad. They used to force me to sit on this thing. I hate it, and all that. It starts changing in the child's mind, like, oh, but when I go here, it makes me to feel better. It makes me happy and all that. Okay. And you made a statement that even if you leave him for 4 hours, if you are trying to potty train the child and make the child to come out of this, it's a lot of sacrifice. You have to probably look for a chair and sit in the toilet and try to encourage him to do this. And another thing to that I always used to do with my kids when it was during that period when they're still trying to, when they pee and poo everywhere and all that, when I stopped wearing them diapers because I'm trying to potty train them, what I used to do is, you have to be very vigilant. You have to monitor your child. Up to now, I can tell if my child wants to pee or poo. I'm just monitoring you. There are certain mannerisms that I know that, oh, when she starts doing this, she wants to pee. When Myra wants to pee, I can tell. When Kaden wants to poo, I can tell. You have to be monitoring the child. I'm not saying that you now follow your child all through the day, but you have to just be really vigilant to know the cues, pick on the cues, like, okay, when this child wants to poo, what are the things that the child normally does and all that. In that way, each time the child wants to poo, that is before they want to poo on their body, you are already going to see it from their face, from their reaction and everything. So the second he's about to take it out, you just carry him to the toilet and put him on the toilet seat. At that time, he wants to go, he wants to go. It's going to be difficult for it to come back inside. I don't know, I'm just talking, but that is what I think though. That is what I think. What do you guys think about this whole potty thing? I feel like mothers, we are over pressuring our children. The neighbor's child started using the potty at 5 months, so my own child will use the potty at 2 months. Like, you have to learn how to take care of your kids accordingly. No two kids are the same. You have to have your own way to do your own things, because it's all this pressure that makes children to, like, see, this poor baby now is just traumatized for no good reason. Caden, he stopped using diapers, pooing on the floor when he was a year old. His sisters were too. Now did I start feel like I should start over pressuring myself to try to, no, he has to. No, I just had to monitor them and train them. It took longer, but it finally happened. Yes guys, that is it. These are my opinions. This is what I think. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you agree with me with some of these points? Do you not agree? Before you go, kindly click on the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also if you have any situations you'd like me to react to, you can drop it in the comment section, or you can come to my Instagram and drop it there, and I'll definitely make a video about it. Thank you guys very much for watching this one, and I am going to see you on my next one. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.